I have some scrapbook layout shares. I have been working hard just in this past week, working on some layouts to uh, kill part of my kit. I figure that I have 4 weeks and I better get a move on, especially when things are, fresh in my mind and exciting and new, what the products are. So I wanted to share some of what I've been doing. The first one is called Adventure. It's kind of, I don't know, my titles are kind of generic, so I have to work on those. But this is based on a sketch. And originally the sketch called for 2 round photos, but the other photos I have from this day, this was actually surfing, learning to surf in South Carolina through a really cool program. And so I couldn't find another circular photo that would really match this. So I used, this is a cardstock, or not a cardstock, a pattern paper that I had. And this seashell came from a papyrus greeting card. And the specific card had 3 like foiled shells on them, so I cut this one. I fussy cut around this one, and it fit perfectly in this circle, which was part of the design on the 12 by 12 paper that I cut this from. So at first I thought this kind of took a little bit away attention from the picture, so I tried to embellish more on down here, but then I embellished up here. So I don't know, it's okay. The picture, yeah, I mean, I just wanted the picture to be more highlighted. But everything from this page is from the Citrus Twist kit, August 2015, the most recent one. So that's the first one I made. This second one was a challenge called 3 to Inspire. So the first thing as part of the challenge was, or not a challenge, but inspiration, was to use hand stitching. So what I did with these was I used my heart punch to cut out 4 different designs that came from the same paper pad, and then I cut around and put these, I think they're called glassine envelopes, bags, and I hand stitched around that. I thought I was gonna need to poke the holes of the paper piercer to put a outline around it, but I was feeling a little bit lazy, so I just threaded some. I put some thread in a needle and just went for it. This specific thread is a little bit thicker than, or more rigid than other threads that I have, so I thought it worked well, and so I'm kind of happy with how they came out. They're not perfect, but they're okay. And then I layered some paper around the picture. This is my cat Cream, and he has very long legs, so I called this one Got Paws. That was another one of the inspirational things, was to use stamp alphas to create the title. And the last aspect or design that was part of the inspiration was to use the same shape 3 or more times. So obviously I have the hearts here as one design. I have one wood veneer heart, and then this puffy sticker heart right here. This is one of the wood chips from the Baxter collection that I have one of. I'm still trying to find a place that has the whole. I think there's 4 cats in the package, and everywhere I look it's kind of sold out, so I'm still waiting to hopefully find that. But I thought I was completely gonna hoard this and never use it, but I used it right away, so I was kind of proud of myself that I used it. And I thought that this cat kind of has his eyes closed and it's kind of like aloof, and sometimes that's his personality too. So that's this one. This is a Project Life layout that I used. It was also based on a sketch, and so I called it Oh Cookie. And it called for a lot of journaling. So I actually hand wrote obviously hand wrote a lot of journaling, kind of what her routine is in the morning, which is to wake me up. But she actually waits for my phone. Like, even if the alarm clock goes off on my phone and I press snooze, she knows that doesn't mean that I'm awake. But she knows that when I check my email, and for those of you, I think most iPhones do this, where it kind of like buzzes or vibrates when you check your email and you have new mail. That's when she knows I'm awake. So that's when she'll jump up on my bed and want to cuddle and say hi. And so that was kind of what I journaled about. And these were from the Dear Lizzie ephemera pack. And this sheet, the 6x6, this is also from the Baxter collection. And this was another sheet that I was going to completely hoard, but I recently found a 12x12. I think it was on scrapbook.com. There was something that I wanted to buy on there that was separate from this, but I found the 12x12 loose paper, so I ordered one of those. So I think that's why I got this, but they didn't have the wood chips. Okay, then this one is 8.5 by 11. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it's kind of empty, but I haven't really scrapbooked 8.5 by 11 in a while, so maybe I have to kind of get used to it. Well, I haven't done my 12 by 12 in a while either, but I've done, I did 10 layouts last month. So this is, I decided that I'm going to try to make some sort of 8.5 by 11 album as a Christmas present. So you may see me with my friends' children. These are 3 children, and this is a recent picture on the first day of school. And I left a lot of space for journaling. I was going to draw more lines here, but I didn't know how much that they wanted to journal. So I think I might just put some pencil marks and see. And then I was also going to buy, ooh, there was a thing there. I was also going to buy them the same pen I use, so it kind of matches. And I used, most of this stuff all came from the Citrus Twist kit that I'm trying to kill, except for this one. These are really old Doodlebug alpha rub-ons, but I love the font so much that I literally, I think I have 10 or 15 of them, all in different colors and sizes. So I thought, I was happy though, because I thought this matched the same color, the lime green and this. And then I wanted to use kind of a script, because these two are both different fonts and different styles, but both, regular print. And then I used these, and they were so hard to, I have to actually erase this line I tried to draw. They were so hard to make straight and even. It was my first time, working with such small things, and I don't like my tweezers, so I just really had to use my nails, and yeah, it's quite a process. And then I had 5 left here that came in the pack, so I used them here. But it was, a one-time. This one is actually an older photo, and I think this actually is my favorite scrapbook page layout that I've made so far in the last month and a half. And this is an older picture, but this is my friend Ange, and it was a birthday party for her. And I actually I watched the video, and I kind of scrap lifted what she did with this specific paper, and I will link it below. So she had cut around, some of the balloons with a craft knife, and she actually made a frame and put the pictures underneath, but I just put it straight on the paper. So I thought, it was hard. I also felt challenged because this was all part of the background paper, and I didn't know how I was going to really work around it. So I'm really happy with how it came out. I wanted to put some, because a lot of the embellishments and stuff are right here. So I wanted to put a little bit here, but wanted to kind of keep it white. So I used a stencil with some embossing paste, but I mixed it. You can see over here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of the mint green along with the white. So what I did was, with the embossing paste, I used some gelatos and shaved off just a little bit of it, and I mixed it, but not completely mixed it. So it was kind of like there was some mint green like speckles of gelato in there. So yeah, like you can see a little bit here too. So I'm really, but that was how I wanted it to look. So I was really happy. This was my second time working with embossing paste and gelatos, and I'm happy with how it came out. So yeah, this is a Remember This puffy sticker, I think from the Happy Things Pink Fresh Studios. I'm really bad with company names and things like that. These are, I added some white sequins, and these are all from the Dear Lizzie ephemera pack. And these are my new chipboard thickers Dear Lizzie heart alphas. So yeah, I really like this one. The next one I worked on, like, it has very similar colors, which is, you know, the mint and coral. But this was for my niece's birthday. And it has kind of similar elements, but this was based on a sketch. And I kind of struggled a little bit with this side with the title. But I also used I used gelatos for these, but I used I think the ones with the distress ink. Everyone, I think it's called smooching or I don't know, smooching? That sounds like kissing. I don't know what it's called. But basically, you know, you put some of the ink on like a plastic, usually the packaging, thin plastic, and you spray some water, and you just kind of use that to kind of just color in some of the paper. But I used gelatos for it. And it came out a little bit, you know, not as smooth as I would have liked, but I thought it kind of matched a little bit of the, I don't know, put a little spunk in it, and she's very spunky. So, do people even use that word anymore? Spunky? Anyways, so I was okay with that, and I put these little heart and pearl beads, not beads, but these embellishments I gotten on eBay a while ago, and I added some square clear sequins. Oh, my nails are bad, sorry. And some enamel dots that I got. I think those are Pink Fresh Studios, or they actually could be part of Poolside. And then I used these coral alpha puffy stickers. And I also wrote love this and sparkle, because I think she looks kind of sparkly. And over here I used this aqua tool, and I kind of did this, kind of layered it underneath like with a bend, which I saw some people doing, which I thought kind of adds, and also I liked it because you could see the color more of it, more of the color. And then I recently bought just some white glittery tool, so I put that underneath it as another layer. Then I just put these pictures on some Pop Dots, and that was it. The one thing, yeah, I'm still, you know, I noticed that with 12 by 12s, I kind of have to, I almost stand up when I'm working on it on my craft table, because it's hard to see, you know, from afar, the balance of it with the colors and things like that. Like I felt like this 19, because that's how old she turned, was a little, it kind of, you know, took a lot of attention away from this side. So I just tried to put some more embellishments over here. But I still think the 19 kind of sticks out. And part of it could be just these glitter alphas are just, it's kind of not a pure white glitter alpha. So I tried to put one here to kind of, but yeah, I like it. This is the last one. This is really plain. I'm still deciding how to, you know, add some things to it, but I do kind of like it plain. The main, I really wanted to use this paper because it came in the kit, and I just, from the minute I got it, I knew I was going to have a hard time using it. So I was trying to find a picture that, you know, I don't usually use red that much also. So, and also red and pink, I have a hard time putting together. So I was trying to find a picture that had some red and, you know, can kind of go with the star themed. So I found this picture from a long time ago. Now you know how old I am. But this is a picture of my mom and I, and it was just, yeah, I thought maybe put more layers or some other embellishments, but it was so hard with this red in the outside. So I put the red heart, and I actually put a little bit of white color shine, which you can't really see. I was thinking about doing some embossing paste, but I just thought that might be too much just because the outside is so bright, at least for me. So I might keep it like this. I might not. I may be like 60%, no, maybe 75% happy with this, but I do feel like I want to work on it a little bit more. So thank you for watching, and I am still gonna try to work obviously with the kit. I think that's 7 layouts along with 1 project life page, so still have a lot more left to use. Please continue to wish me luck with that, and I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for watching. Oh, and I'm also going to try to add some photos at the end of the videos with some close-ups, so I'm getting fancy. Thanks for watching. Bye.